Good afternoon, everyone, or good evening or good morning, depending what time zone your bodies are still on. I'd actually hoped that Marcin, I tried to convince him to let me play a video, but he wasn't having it. So unfortunately for all of you, you now have to listen to me talk and speak a little bit what our business does. So Lagan is a third-generation, family-owned group of companies, founded in 1962 by my grandfather Peter. You can see that handsome devil on the screen there. Headquartered in Belfast with global operations, Lagan people expertly deliver projects throughout Ireland, Great Britain, the United States and internationally. Lagan design, build, finance and maintain critical infrastructure, public and private sector buildings and private and social housing. Group revenues this year will be circa $390 million and employee numbers are roughly about 750. 35% of those revenues are generated in Northern Ireland, 15% in the south, 27% in Great Britain, 15% here in the US, and the balance from other locations throughout the world. Under the Lagan brand, we specialise in airports, highways, water, and renewable energy. Some of our other business brands specialise in different sectors and are actually much older than Lagan. There we go. H&J Martin was founded in 1839 in Belfast and acquired by Lagan in 2015. H&J Martin has been involved in the construction and refurbishment of some of Ireland's finest buildings. Examples include John's office, Belfast City Hall, and Joe's office, Belfast Harbour Commissioners. H&J Martin today specialises in facilities management, the fit-out of commercial, retail and hospitality premises, and the building of private and social housing. H&J Martin is currently the facilities management contractor for Parliament buildings at Stormont. Another one of our companies, Charles Brand, was founded in 1829 in Montrose, Scotland, and was responsible for the building of Glasgow Underground before relocating to London in 1920 to build the London Underground. Post-World War II, Charles Brand diversified into the marine sector. In the 1980s, relocated its headquarters to Belfast, and in 1994 was acquired by Lagan. Through the decades, Charles Brand has been associated with schemes like the Ben Crom Reservoir in the Mourne Mountains and the Lagan Weir in Belfast. Charles Brand today continues to specialise in building rail infrastructure, marine infrastructure and telecoms networks. Charles Brand is currently working on the Belfast Tidal Flood Alleviation Scheme, involving the construction of almost 9 kilometres of flood defence from the Lagan Gateway Bridge in the south of the city to Belfast Docks. A goal for me and many in this room is to attract investment, US investment into Belfast. It is also a goal for me to explore opportunities to continue to invest and grow Lagan in the US. Lagan US was established in 2009 out of rented office accommodation in Woodbridge, Virginia, and Lagan US predominantly builds airport infrastructure for a number of high-profile public and private sector clients, examples of which include MWA, NASA, and the US Army Corps of Engineers. Lagan US has also completed a number of high-end residential refurbishment projects in the Washington, D.C. area. This year, Lagan US will generate revenues of over $60 million and directly employs over 60 people, in addition to hundreds of subcontractors. Last year, we purchased our own office in Sterling, Virginia, not far from Dulles International Airport. We're a licensed contractor in Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Arkansas, and Florida, and have also completed projects in the states of Massachusetts, North Dakota, and Texas. We're currently delivering projects at Pensacola International Airport in Florida, Reagan National Airport in Arlington, Virginia, and at the home of Air Force One, Joint Base Andrews in Prince George's County, Maryland. Whilst Lagan US today is predominantly involved in building airport infrastructure, we're seeking opportunities to diversify our expertise here going forward. Hopefully I've painted a positive picture. Lagan companies have a long and proud tradition of building and maintaining specialist infrastructure. Going forward, Lagan is committed to continue building and investing in infrastructure that is greener and more sustainable for the environment where people live, work and play. In 2022, Northern Ireland legislated to reach net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. Achieving net zero requires modern, sustainable infrastructure to provide grid support. A Stormont report this week highlighted that a lot needs to happen in a relatively short period of time. In 2021, we established Lagan Energy to invest in and develop innovative renewable energy solutions. The north of Ireland's 2 biggest sources of renewable energy generation are wind and solar, but these are both variable and can't always produce power when needed. The electricity grid needs to be flexible to balance these fluctuations. Battery energy storage systems and generators fueled by hydrotreated vegetable oil create a cost-effective way to store excess or curtailed energy from wind and solar schemes. Lagan Energy currently has a number of sites under our control going through the planning and grid connection process which are suitable for developing these renewable energy solutions. Lagan are also currently carrying out electrolysis trials for Northern Ireland Water at Belfast Wastewater Treatment Works. And tomorrow, we have 2 representatives from the Office of Energy Transformation at the US State Department visiting this project. There's rumours also that Special Envoy Joe Kennedy may be in attendance also. Obviously, I had a much more important gig here in New York and won't be in attendance. As Northern Ireland's largest electricity consumer, a supply of reliable, low-cost energy is critical to Northern Ireland Water to continue to provide both the pure water and waste treatment services that our society depends on. Electrolysis uses water to produce both hydrogen and oxygen, with oxygen nearly always being vented due to limited demand. There is one major source of demand, and that is in wastewater processing. Oxygen helps address a fundamental weakness in Northern Ireland's water network, the lack of capacity. Oxygen is critical to encourage the good bugs to eat the bad bugs faster and then enable wastewater to be returned safely to the environment. The other product of this electrolysis process is hydrogen. As we've heard, hydrogen will play a pivotal role in our future decarbonisation journey. Hydrogen will help fuel parts of our public transport, HGVs, aircraft and shipping. So to conclude, Lagan is committed to continue building and investing in infrastructure that is greener and more sustainable for the environment where people live, work and play. I am interested, along with my colleagues from Lagan US, in exploring opportunities to grow and diversify our business in the US. Whilst Lagan's ambitions remain global, Belfast will always be our home and will always form a significant part of our business and our investment strategy. Investing in renewable energy infrastructure is a vital requirement to achieve both energy security and our 2050 net zero targets. Lagan is interested in partnering with investors from the public or private sector, whether they be local or international, to help build and develop these critical energy solutions and help Belfast achieve its net zero targets. Thank you very much.